Good evening, my friends. Today is Friday, February the 3rd, isn't it? 4th. Today is the 4th, so that's why we need to talk about four kind of food. Last week, some of the members told me that there will be very warm for the whole weekend and also through the Vietnamese New Year. And yesterday is still very warm. And today everything is changed. Snowing and cold. So when we see this kind of weather like that, there's nothing for us to be disappointed, because we understand and we know very clear about life. Impermanent. And sometimes even our body, this morning still very healthy, but late afternoon we feel sick. So even our body, we know how to take good care of our body, but still, when this body want to be sick, we cannot say no. So therefore, each day, when we are living in this daily life, we must practice our mindfulness in order to ingest, to take the food that can help us to keep this body healthy. Do not mistreat this body, because if we do not have this body, we cannot practice. We cannot do anything without this physical body. Even though we say that the mind is the most important, this body is nothing, it's fake. One day it will be die, it will be old, it will be sick. This is an impermanent body. Yes, not only this body impermanent, everything in this life is impermanent. But because we know they are all impermanent, that's why we use it meaningful. We don't want to waste it. For example, that we know exactly that we only have 24 hours a day. And if we don't use each of the hour meaningful, we only waste, then what happens? If we waste one day, we can waste the second day. Have you ever realized that sometime at the beginning of the year we vow to do something, to make something in this year, everything have to be done. But sometime, for the whole year, we still did not do anything yet. Although we started, but just very rare and nothing completed. 365 days pass very easily. And we only have about 3 more days. We are coming to the Vietnamese New Year, a lunar calendar, a lunar New Year. And then we prepare, we do this and that, and very quick. This life is like that. When you prepare something, you need a lot of time, lot of effort. But you want to demolish something very easily. To build up a family, to build up the relationship, you need to put a lot of effort. You need to put a lot of investment in there. But to destroy the environment, to destroy the happiness is very easy. Only one word. It can create, it can destroy everything. Only one action in life, we can destroy everything. Vietnamese people used to say, prepare something very hard, a lot of time to prepare. But when you sit down and eat, very fast. When you cook, you need to put effort in there. You need to arrange, look nice, looks beautiful. But when you sit down, you eat very quick. You know, we have to prepare for the new year like a month. Find the flowers, cut the trees, clean the hall, polish the, clean the statue and everything. For how long? Only few hours on the New Year's Eve. This body is the same. You need to put lot of time, lot of effort, lot of work in order to keep this body healthy. And to find things to keep this body healthy is hard. But you want to destroy this body, this physical body that given by our parents very easily. A few cigarettes a day, a few glass of wine a day, you destroy the lung, the kidney very easily. You do not need to operate anything. Just put something in and it's destroyed, it's damaged. But you want to heal it, you need to operate, you need to surgery and fix. You see? So therefore the Buddha very important about food in our daily life, daily food. Last time we have talked about the 4 nutriments. We have talked about the edible food. That means the food that we are ingest through mouth. The food that we eat, we chew and we swallow. So therefore we need to select which food is good. Good doesn't mean tasty, yummy. Good here means which food that can bring you health. And to me, most of the food, they have nutrition. They have something there to nourish us. But if we overtake, it's no good. It's become sickness. For example, cheese, chocolate, that's good, tasty. And sometimes we need. Sometimes we work a lot on that day and we burn our calorie. And when we're very low like that, we need a piece of chocolate. So therefore the food is very needed in the moment. But the Buddha advised us, the Buddha encouraged us, remind us to be mindful when we intake the food, edible food. The second food, what we call food of sense impression. That means every day we in touch. We in touch in this life by eyes, by ears, by nose, by tongue, by body. We happy or not happy also is based on these 5 senses. We look at something, we happy. We also look at something, we unhappy. We hate, we jealous, greed, everything is based on eyes, on ears, on nose, on tongue, on body. Nobody prevent us to in touch. Nobody prevent us to see, to hear, to look. But when we practice mindfulness in the past, in the past, we suffer. But now because we practice, we understand about life, we understand about the impermanent. And we understand about keeping our mind and our body healthy. Therefore, we are not going to continue to sink down in that cycle of suffering anymore. You know, when they are advertising, what do we call that in English? The place where they make up, they fix the nose, they fix the eyes. What do we call that place? Plastic surgery. And sometimes they always advertise before and after. The before look not nice, but after look very beautiful. When I look at it, at first it's funny. You know, but if you look with your mindfulness, it helps you to practice. Yes, before you practice, you look like this. But after you practice, you look more nicer. Isn't it true? So by looking at the advertising, by looking at the ad on the newspaper, you also can learn the Dhamma right there. When they publish that, they don't mean to give you a Dhamma talk. But your eyes in touch. Instead of angry, instead of gossiping about this, why don't we transform that kind of gossiping into a Dhamma talk, a lecture? Do you feel that before you come to meditation class and after you come to meditation class, at least you change a little bit? You realize that. Oh, before I'm very hot tempered person. Very easy to get mad. But since I practice meditation, since I practice and I apply the Buddha's teaching in my daily life, I can see clearly I change. Even now, I still, upset, but not as easy as before. And I also learn easy to let go. Who prevent us to read newspaper? But we need to be careful. As I mentioned before that there was a young boy who came to me and said, Thầy, I don't agree with my mother. She not allow me to read some of the book. Even though I know that is, she said that this is not a good book for me to read. But if she does not let me to read, and how can I know which one is good and bad to compare and to select? I asked him, if you feel that in your body is not very well, and I invite you to go out and take a walk with me in the cold day, are you willing to go with me? And he said no. I asked him why. Because I feel not well. So therefore I must stay home to keep me healthy. I said same thing. If you are not sure about your health, about your energy, and make sure you don't touch. Make sure you don't go out. When you're healthy, even nobody invite you, you still would like to take a walk. But once you know that your body today is not feeling very well, we have to know the feeling. Be aware of your feeling. I feel sad, I feel bad, I feel angry. In our Sangha here, some of the friends, when they call me, and they used to call me to ask something, but when I pick up the phone and I'm on, and sometimes I'm not in a good mood, I say, sorry, I cannot answer your phone right now. May I talk to you later? Because I know exactly at that moment, I'm not happy with something. Nobody say, oh, angry is bad. Nobody say that. Bad is when you don't know that you're angry. But when you're angry, you know it. That means you have mindfulness on it. You have meditated on your anger. Same thing, when we feel that our body is no good, it's not feeling well, do not go there, because do not hear that, do not watch that. For example, for those who are in the meditation, and during meditation, and if you really need to go out, you will put all your attention for all your movement. You walk slowly, you open the door, you go out, and while you open the door, and also your hand need to hold the door and close gently, and make sure when we come in and come out during the meditation hour, we do not interrupt other people. What is that? That is meditation. You can go out in meditation. You can come in meditation. You don't have to sit there. If you need to go out, you do so. And if you come late, you have to practice late meditation. Go down basement, walk through that door. Walk very gently. You don't have to rush in order to sit down to call meditation. As soon as you walk to the door, you practice walking meditation. And slowly sit down meditation. I have attended the retreat with 2,000 people. But when you go to that kind of retreat, you don't hear any sound. You feel like you are the only one in that center. You know, Zen Master Thích, he came back to Vietnam to visit. Did you know that? For 3 months. He just left on January the 12th. Last week he leads the retreat, monastic retreat, for 1,500 monastics. And some of my Dharma brothers in Vietnam, they call me. They said, "Brother, I very much enjoy the environment of practice." You know what? 1,500 monastics. But when we do walking meditation, when we eating meditation, everything done in quiet, in mindfulness. You don't hear any noise. So therefore, the second food that the Buddha taught us is what we call food of sense impression. That means you look, you see, you hear, you smell, you touch. Do so. But careful, mindful about that. For example, watching television. Lot of channels. Then now we have mindful. We will select which channel good for me to watch. Some of the movies, they totally do not bring you any learning, any practice. They only bring us what? Greed, craving, desire, passion, emotional. As I mentioned last time, Vietnamese lady used to watch very old ancient opera. And every time they watch that, they cry. But they like that. We used to say, you enjoy your pain, you suffer. So the third food, what we call the food of volition. That means our hope, our wish. Some of the people, for all their life, they only nourish by a lot of hope, lot of wish. But what they hope, what they wish, is only to build up for themselves. My fame, my position in the society, my position in the congregation. A lot of people I have met, even they're very old, they cannot, hold something, but still they said that they want to be a president of this congregation, of that congregation. And if someone want to replace him, they're angry. And they use the reason, do you know how much effort I put here? When I was the president, you still in your mother's womb. They use that kind of reason in order to prevent and to keep their positions. And what is that? That is a kind of food. That's a kind of food for them. Because if they don't have that, they don't happy. They cannot eat well, they cannot sleep well. So every time when they look at their result, they're happy with that. Let's example. If I'm the one who built up this temple, and if I do not learn how to let go, I will be suffer of this. Look like I'm happy, but in the reality, I do not find my true happy. Every day before I go to bed, I will walk slowly to each of the table, each of the pole, each of the place. I appreciate everything I created, everything I made it here. Because of me, that's why this temple is available. So I'm happy with that. If someone touches it, I will be suffer. So what is the food for me every day? The food of volition. But in Buddhism, we have the right to find some wish, some hope. But something more leading you to going forth, to make your happiness more reality and peace and joy. Example. When I'm thinking about Friday class, in the past 14 years, at least, even I do not do anything important, very big. But what I do is, I try my best to help local Edmontonians. I try my best to help young people. I give them all my love. I give them all my knowledge, which I know I share. And also with the Sangha on Friday. So I still knowing that every Friday I have some friends. They still coming with me, meditate with me, and share the practice with me. When I'm thinking that every day after the Friday, not only me practice, but at least 40, 50 people who do practice the same with me. And that makes me happy. It's a kind of food that nourishes you. For example, if you go to work and today is Friday, and you realize that today you have the opportunity to come back to the temple, to sitting with the Sangha, to listen to the Buddha's teaching, make you feel strong, energy and happy. That's a kind of food. But if you wish that I will run a business, and you touch with your business, you stick with your business, you attach to your business, and if something is not coming as what you wish, you will be suffer. I do not mean that we are not allowed or that it's not right for us to open a business. We do. But remember, let it go. You do all your effort, but when the condition is not enough for you to continue, and you know how to let it go. That is the practice. If you love someone, And both of you try very much to build up the relationship. But sometimes you are the one who try very much to build up the relationship. But the other person, your spouse, is not willing to. Or your boyfriend or our girlfriend. So in both of us, we need to build together. If one person wants and one person do not want, what can you do? You cannot listen to the sound of one hand clap. You need to listen to the clap. You need two hands. Only Thầy cannot do anything. Thầy need the Sangha. Thầy need the disciples. Because if no disciples, Thầy is not grow up. But the disciple, without Thầy, the disciple will also not grow up. The doctor need the patients. The patients need the doctor. Remember last time I told, what is the sound of one hand clap? How can you hear that? When we learn that story, we have to see that the master who create that story, they want us to realize one thing. There is no self. That means we cannot do anything by ourselves. So that means the word I do it by myself. I made it by myself. I live by myself. There is no self. Let example, Thầy is inviting the bell by himself. When you first hear, it makes sense. But when we use the insight, the wisdom to meditate, it does not make any sense. How can Thầy make the sound by himself? Who is him? Find that him. Know him. Thầy is made by a lot of food. So, and also Thầy cannot make the sound without a stick. Thầy cannot make the sound of the bell without a bell. Thầy cannot make the sound of the bell without the one who made the bell. And the one who made the bell cannot make the bell if he does not have his parents. Can you see that? There's no self. You call this is the bell. Show me which one called the bell. None part of this whole thing that you call bell. Just because it's like this and you call bell, you give this to the church, they will thank you. You give me a big pot for the soup. They don't use it, so they use it as a pot to make soup. You see that? So we have to see that. If we cannot see that, we still stuck and suffer. And if we see that, we are nothing, but we are everything. Say, Thầy is nothing, but he is everything. Is that true? Yes. There is nothing called Thầy. Just because he shaved, he put a robe, and you call Thầy. But point here, you say call hair, eyes. No, there is no part called Thầy. But non-Thay's element come together in this kind of form, you call Thầy. And Thầy is made by a lot of things. 31 years. He ate a lot of rice already. So he owes a lot of people who grow rice, and he likes bread. He owes a lot of people. So Thầy is made by bread. Thầy is made by rice, by tofu. One day I went to the store, and there was a lady who didn't see me for a while. Holy smoke! You look so healthy now. Yeah, I said, yes, I made my tofu. You want to be healthy like me? Eat more tofu. So therefore, the Buddha taught us the teaching of non-self. Very high, very deep, and very hard to understand, very hard to accept. Because long time ago you have learned there is a self to create something. But now there is a teaching. Who taught you that? Who taught us that? There's no self. Very hard to accept. So therefore, in Buddhism, we call that is the what? That is the lion's roar. Some of the roar from the lion. Very frightened. Unbelievable. Thay's hope every day when I see young novices. It makes Thầy happy because Thầy feel clearly that is his continuation. And the only hope that right now Thầy is having every day is try the best to nourish the young novices. Not only material life, but also spiritual life. As much as he can. I have been in this temple a long time. And I always feel that. One day I still here, I still do with all my heart. I do not attach, this is my temple. If one day I do not have enough, I have no more conditions to stay here, to work with the community, I need to go somewhere else. I'm happy. Because I go to another place, that place become the place where I work. So what is that kind of practice? That is called living wholeheartedly. Do we ever sit down and live for us wholeheartedly? Not much. Even when we eat, do we eat wholeheartedly? Or we still eat with television? We still eat with newspaper? We still eat with lot of worries, lot of thinking, lot of wondering. So therefore, even ourselves, we still do not have time to treat ourselves completely. And remember that the word self, or ourself, or myself, is only what? Only a word for us to use in order to realize. One day you're still using words to express something, that means still a raft for us in order to see the shore. Do not attach to the raft. When I point to the moon, I use my finger to point to the moon. Do not misunderstand that the moon is my finger. But in order to see the moon, you need the finger to point. That is the moon. But when you look at the moon, then remember the moon is the one you recognize, not my finger. But you cannot mistreat, you cannot throw this finger away, because even as a raft, it's not real. But without this not real, you cannot see the real. And remember, this is not philosophy. This is the practice. You cannot be happy when you hear the philosophy. You may be happy when you hear the philosophy, but very little. But trust me, when you sit down, practice, when you use your eyes of insight in this daily life to look at things, you will find more happy and deeper. Words cannot express. Today we are talking about the fourth food. Food of consciousness. Food of consciousness. Because in the past, we have intake so many things into our body, into our mind. And now, what we are doing, what we are talking, everything is represent for our consciousness. For example, if we live in a happy environment, we take lot, and then every day we have in touch with lots of happy environment. Then that happy is show on our face, show on our steps, show on our action and our words. And if we live in some of the environment which is not very happy, what happened to us? We look very angry. We look very suffer. We look not relaxed. And once our main result is not happy, and everything rely, everything deny, follow that, is also not happy. In Buddhist, we have this word. Chánh, báo. Chánh means the main individual result. And this is the condition follow after. Let example. When you come to this temple, you see it's nice, it's clean. This is what? This is the condition around. The things around. The main person who live here. The master, myself, and the nuns. We all have the main living. Nice, clean, peace. That's why everything around is follow. If you are a nice person, you are a nice and neat person, you do not like messy. So every day you clean up, and when we step in your house, we realize you are nice and clean. Do you see that? So therefore, each of us, we have the main. We are the main one. Things around us is what? Is the condition follow after. So therefore, each of us, we are the main one, but we are also the follower. Let example. Thầy is the main person who practices. In order to know how Thầy practice every day, look at his students. Because if Thầy practice well, then what happened to the disciple? They also practice well. If the mother speaks to their kids every day by using loving speech, what happened to the kids? They also learn that kind of speech. And if we live with the one who always speak very odd, they use words not beautiful, then what happened to us? We also follow. So we are the one, but we are also the one who rely. They are the main one, but they are also the one who rely. In English, for temporary, they do not have a specific words to translate this. I look in the dictionary, a few ones, they don't have a specific word. They use long sentence in order to express these two terms. But so far, do you understand what I want to express, to explain these two terms? Is there anyone who can help me to find a word for this in English? Please think about that and help for these two terms. I just explain and then you help Thầy to find a word. Principle? The main principle? Main principle. And what is the second one? Meditate. You know, for example, when you come to this hall, automatically something it makes you feel different than before you come. Why? Sometimes nobody here, but soon you step in the hall, you feel relaxed, you feel enjoy. Why is that? Because each of the individual who live here, in them, in themselves, in their maker, they do have peace and joy. That's why each of them radiates that peace and joy. It's blessed for the place. So when you come in, you can realize things around them. You know, some of the master, they do not say anything when we beside them. But by looking the way they walk, the way they sit down, in us is full of peace and full of joy. I have lots of opportunities to be the attendant of many senior monks. When I was the attendant, what I do is I always prepare some tea for them in the morning, and when they walk up and downstairs, I just beside them. But you know, every time beside them, I feel so happy, so peace and so joy, and learn a lot from them without any teaching. So therefore, each of us, we need to take in this kind of food every day. For what? To give a silent lecture for people around us. I have 5 classes at the Catholic high school last 2 weeks. And I told them, you don't have to carry a Bible along with you all the time. You want to let people see the Bible, all you need to do is transform yourself, become a living Bible. You don't have to carry a Bible in order to let people realize you are the good son of Jesus, you are the good son of God. The way you speak, the way you behave, the way you walk, the way you talk, everything like that is already expressed the Bible. Reflect. In the chanting, when we bow to God, we have the chanting to contemplate. The one who bows and the one who to accept the bow. We are both the bow, both emptiness. But in the beautiful reflecting, we are reflecting each other. If you come here every day, you don't know how to chant. You come here every day, when you hear Thai chant, and one day you chant exactly like him. When I am 7 years old, I go to the temple. Nobody opened a class and bring me in the class and say you have to sit here and learn how to chant. No. I sit down, but I look up. I copy. I saw the monks use one hand to play the handbell. I go home and I do it. I see the monks arming the food, and I go home, I use my blanket and wrap myself and pretend this is a rope. And I use my coconut shell, a dry coconut shell, and walk slowly and say, I'm arming the food. I saw the monks sit down and eat the food. I go home, I do exactly the same. So they are the main one. And I saw them and copied. So each of us, we have a big job to do, a big job to practice. What is our practice every day? Live in such a way, taking food in such a way that can radiance the peace, the joy, so people around us can influence. I used to teach, so when I see them, I used to walk. And if I need to go down and get something, I walk slowly. I said, when you rush, nobody prevent you. But when you know that this is meditation time, then you walk slowly. Or chanting hour, you need to walk slowly. It look very, very odd when someone put on the rope and walk very fast. Doesn't look like anything. The beautiful of the monk, the beautiful of the nun is not makeup. It's not fashion, modern clothes, but the way they walk. As a bhikkhu, as a full ordination monk, as a novice, we learn a lot on mindfulness. So therefore, we are the representative of these two. Looking at us, they can learn. Looking at the others, we learn. So for example, this is the plant. The plant still alive, the plant rely on us. Our life is also rely on the plant. Because the plant is the main one. But the plant needs someone from outside to support. That means the plant needs us to water. But we still continue our air, our breathing, our freshness. We need the plant. Because if the plant grows healthy, the plant will give us oxygen. So therefore the plant cannot live without us. We cannot live without the plant. We need to support others. The other need to support us. The husband must support the wife. The wife must support the husband. And if we both can support, in Vietnamese we call a friend for your life. A friend for your life. This represents our spouse, husband and wife. You come to that person not only because of sex, but of love, of support, of encouragement. 5 things that the couple must taking a vow when they get married. And one of the vow that is, we vow to support each other to walk on the path that opened by our ancestors. We realize that as a couple, we only not coming because of sex, but also of love, compassion, understanding, and friend. Therefore, in the tradition, both bow to each other in the marriage ceremony. First, you bow your ancestor. And after that, you turn around and each of us bow. The groom and the bride bow together. What is that? I respect you as my friend. But this is a special friend. A friend who always beside you to support you in your life. Another cute word that they call their spouse. Nhà means home. My home. He is my home. She is my home. Because without her, my home is not cozy, nice and warm. Without him, it's the same. This is something very key to call each other. When they want to introduce their spouse to a friend, oh, this is my home. But this is only temporary English translation. In English, we don't have that. So because I want to directly translate each of the words. Nhà, mean home, mean house. Oh, my house, my home. Chinese, when they write the word peace, this is peace. This is the roof of the house. This is the lady. Lady. You want the house without the lady, no peace. So that house wants to be peace. That house must have a lady. Chinese used to use picture to write words. They want to say, you have to be patient. Accept everything. The knife cut through your heart. You still accept it? You are patient. You are real patient. So today we are finishing the 4 nutriments that taught by the Buddha. Edible food, food of sense impression. The third one, food of volition. Food of consciousness. Please, in the Sangha, meditate about these two terms and find a tone. Maybe our Sangha can find a tone for the Buddhist dictionary. I have looked at some of the dictionary. I think maybe they have one, but because I cannot find, I have looked some Vietnamese and Chinese dictionary, but still they don't have exactly word yet. They still only explain what is it. But I hope that the Sangha can understand with what I explained. Remember that we are the main one. Our son, our daughters, friends around us, they will copy, they will follow us based on how we live, how we talk. In our Western friends, there was a man who do not have time to come to Friday classes. But his parents give him a very hard time when they realized that he practiced the Buddha's teaching. They said that if you continue to practice, if you continue to going to the practice center and meditate and apply the Buddha's teaching in your daily life, then you do not call me mom and dad anymore. They said that to him. And one day he very suffer. He came to see me and he said that is there any way that Thầy can help? And I said that you don't have to tell them that you practice. You can keep silent to practice and let them see your peace and your joy. And one day, that man, the father, he cannot sleep and he's thinking about his son. And the next morning, he told his wife, honey, What is the purpose as a parent? Want to see our children. We want to see our children to be happy. We don't want their money. We don't want nothing from them. All we want is to see them happy. So our son, I realize he changed. He have a big difference. Big change. Before he practiced, he is not happy. We never see him smiling. But now I see he's healthy. His health because he have a kidney problem. And since he practiced meditation, his health improved. He have more smiling, more joy. So why we need to prevent? Doesn't matter. And he never said that he refused the root. He's still going to the root. But now what he did is apply his teaching. And his peace and his joy is the main thing to influence his parents. He came to see me 2 days ago, and he said that. Now they silent, they say nothing. They look to me happy, and they're also happy. Very important. So every day, not only the food we take for us only, but also for who? For people around us. We have to be very careful. That example, if I take good care for my body, I'm taking the food that fit for my body, I keep my health. And what happened? Not only myself benefits, but who else? First, young novices. Secondly, people in the community, and also Friday Sangha. That is the reality. If Thầy is sick, Thầy cannot run the Friday class, and what happened? We cannot continue. That is only example. I don't mean that I'm the main important one, but I only want to give you some more example for you to see. So that's why in the Kristigaba Sutra, the Buddha said, if one person have sins, he will realize that his whole body is packed in that hell. What does that mean? That means if one person fell down in the situation of suffer, then the whole family is suffer. That means when you fell down in hell, your body is packed, your family. This temple is big for us now. One day you come and you do not see Thầy, is not very happy, and doesn't matter, even you hide from him. But in your heart you still realize I'm sitting in the wrong place. He is not happy. Or when you come to a house to visit, the owner is not happy. And what happened? You're also not happy. So therefore in our daily life, we have to be careful and more mindful in order to take the food, in order to apply the teaching in our daily life. I hope that with this brief and limited explanation about the 4 nutriments, the Sangha can realize what I want to share. And if you have a question about it, please ask. Anything that you still not clear, you want to be clear, please go ahead and ask. You have a half minute to ask. No question? You clear? I do appreciate and thank you, Lorraine, a lot for your help, because Lorraine took the tapes that I give talk on Fridays, and she typed it, and later on we will edit and we'll publish on the newspaper, a newsletter of the temple. So by that way can help. I don't have to sit down and write. And also for those who do not have an opportunity to listen, directly, they can read the article. So, many famous teachers right now on the world, they do that. They don't have time to sit down and write. Right now, they only give talk, and then their disciples sit down and edit and retype. So most of the book of Zen Master Nhức Hạnh that we used to see that new publishing now is not his writing, his talk. And they sit down and they type what he said, and then they edit and publish as book. And also many other teachers that I know, that is how they do their book right now. This is a very modern life, and why don't we use this technology in order to do something? We need to use technology in order to bring the real benefits. When we have a chance to practice and organize the retreat for movie stars in San Diego, it's about 250 movie star, producer, many people who work in the Hollywood studio, they attend that retreat. And we have shared with them that you always have a lot of opportunity to offer the society based on the entertainment. So I hope that you have you put your more mindful in your entertainment in order to express. Entertainment is one of the way, is very easy way to express something. But if they have mindfulness, they can express in a very mindful way, very healthy way. And that retreat is very successful in last April in San Diego. I hope that the Sangha will enjoy your Friday. And this coming Sunday, there will be a spring market down in the dining hall, where we have a lot of food to sell, a lot of flowers to sell, and gifts for the Lunar New Year. We will celebrate the New Year's Eve on the 8th, that means Tuesday night. Next year, you don't have to worry because the New Year's Eve on Saturday. For those who are new, please remain and receive the pamphlets about the group on Friday. Thank you and enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. Is there anyone who enjoyed the weather today? 5 few minutes, stand by the car before you get into the car. Take a deep, fresh in-breath and out-breath. I did that this morning, even though it's quite cold, and also this afternoon, but I really enjoy it. And I see the snow, and this is the winter. This is a real winter.
a mirror reflecting the four elements. Awareness is a mirror reflecting the four elements. Beauty is a heart that generates love, and a mind that is open, a mind that is open. And beauty is a heart that generates love, and a mind that is open, a mind that is pure. I listen to the song of the wind, it has no name. I listen to the song of the wind, it has no words. I listen to the song of the wind and I can see the wind is free, the wind is free. I listen to the song of the sky, it has no name. I listen to the song of the sky,